Good morning. I was feeling pretty good about my age until saw you guys come in, and now I feel old as dirt. So thank you. Um, so my 15-year reunion will be this May. So I look forward to seeing all of you again. But why I'm up here, why I wanted to come back and talk to you, was really about my life and how it's kind of transitioned from this young kid that was always thinking about sports, and coming to Brooks and getting a crash course on being a student first and an athlete second. I would never be in the position I am in today if I didn't have Brooks as a foundation. Really, this is the place where I came and learned about family and core values and the understanding of how can you make it to where you want to go? How can you create this dream, and how do you get there? And this is the place that I came and really understood what it took to be a student, an athlete, and mature in the right way. So to give you a little bit of a background on myself, I was born in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and grew up in Manchester, New Hampshire. And when I say grew up in Manchester, New Hampshire, it was one of those experiences where I'm always outside. I go to school and I'm outside every single day until I can't see anymore because it's too dark, and I have to pick up my soccer ball or pick up my football and come inside the house. Brooks then provided me a place where I could come and learn and grow and be in this little Brooks bubble and be safe from the outside world. I needed that to grow and to be able to turn into the person I am today. Everyone knows me as Charlie the soccer star, but I don't think a lot of people know is that wrestling was a sport that really helped me grow and mature and develop discipline and mental toughness, and I would not be the soccer player I ended up becoming if it weren't for wrestling and Coach Connell Volchek. And you know, when you talk about discipline, not being able to eat all the food you want to eat as a high school kid, you know, the treats, the right vitamins that you need to wrestle at an extreme high level. And so that discipline of eating the right foods, and now I can take that with me now that I'm not playing anymore, and continue to eat the right way and be able to perform at a level on the field as well as off the field. So thank you, Coach Connell Volchek, for setting me down the right path. But Brooks was a place where you learned core values, family. When I talk about family, it's dorm, Thorn House, 4 years, and learning and growing with my brothers there, and how I was able to take that with me throughout my life. Every team I played on, it was about family, coming together, learning about who you're playing with, learning about what they go through every day. The coaches, they're your dorm parents, right? How they can help you. They're here for you. They want to see you grow. They want to see you achieve your goals. Whether you want to be a professional soccer player, a professional athlete, or be a doctor or a lawyer, or change the world, find the cure for cancer, whatever it can be, here is your foundation. Everyone's here to help you learn, to help you become the person you're meant to be, the best version of yourself. What I've gone through in my life, a lot of people go through adversity every single day, or you know someone who's going through adversity. I wanted to come here today to tell you that life throws you curveballs. It's that simple when you're least expecting it. And to quote the great Dr. Seuss, now that I have twins and I'm reading all the places you go, bang-ups and hang-ups can happen too. So for me, I was a Olympic athlete. I'm playing at an all-time high level. I get a dream move to France where I'm playing every single day against the world's best. And I'm seeing this crazy trajectory of competing against the world's best players. I qualify for a World Cup. This is my ultimate dream. We're playing in Honduras, and we qualify for a World Cup. And I'm thinking, I can't believe it. I'm 23 years old, and I'm going to play in a World Cup. My life is over. I'm happy. I'm complete. Fast forward 2 days later, and I'm waking up, and I'm in a hospital. And I see 36 staples down my stomach. I'm thinking, how did this happen? I must be in Honduras. I thought I was in Honduras still, and I was in a hostel, and they were stealing my organs. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm a quick guy, right? I can take these staples out and figure out what they've taken already. So I started to take out the staples, and I got to like the fourth one, and I thought to myself, maybe this isn't the right idea. All right, I'm quick. I can just get up and sprint out of here. And shortly thereafter, a nurse approached me and said, hey, lay down, relax, you're okay. And I said, no. You tell me what I'm doing here. And she was like, you were involved in a serious car accident. And I looked at her like, anybody could say that. Where am I? And she was like, Mr. Davies, you're involved in a serious car accident, and you're in Washington, D.C. And at that moment, it hit me, okay, I'm not in Honduras, one. And two, I think she's got a point here. So 2 weeks later, I was medically induced into a coma. So, you know, the medication was pretty heavy. And so while I was coming out of it, I then realized I had been in a car accident. I'd fractured my right tibia and fibula. I fractured my right femur. I fractured my left elbow and dislocated my left elbow. I lacerated my bladder. The seatbelt caused my bladder to just burst open. I fractured my whole face, my eye sockets, my nose, I have metal on my face like I'm Terminator, and some brain bleeding. And so it took me about a month to get out of the hospital, and I put up this goal in my, as crazy as it could be, I made it a goal of mine to get out of this bed and to get back on the field and to make it to that 2010 World Cup, as crazy as it sounded. But I needed that goal. I needed that dream to push me every single day. And I knew I was not going to let this define who I was. I was not going to be this kid who had all the potential in the world and then just let it slip away and never came back. So I pushed, and then come May, I wasn't quite ready. So the national team coach at the time, Bob Bradley, gave me a call, and he told me, and this is when it really hit me, Charlie, we all have seen your progress. We're all rooting for you, but at this time, we're not going to take you to the World Cup. You're not ready. But with that being said, you've proved a lot of people wrong, and everybody believes in you, so you have to continue to keep working. Don't give up. Don't let this ruin you, and keep working. So after that call, I cried for about an hour, but then realized he has a point. I haven't come this far to let it go away. So I battled, and so another year later, I finally stepped on the field for DC United. And in that game, I scored 2 goals. The tears flew after the game as well, and I was like, man, I'm back. I'm not the same player I was, but I'm back on the field, scoring goals, doing what I love, and you have this newfound appreciation for what you have. So now I wake up every day and I'm like, it's another day. What can I do with this day? How can I make it the best day? Because you don't know if you'll get another day. Things happen, so we have to take advantage of it. You have this extreme privilege of going to a Brooks school, this boring school that allows you to learn, allows you to push your limits, allows you to set yourself up for the future. You have all these teachers here who care for you deeply and want to see you succeed. That's why they're here. So to listen to them and ask questions, know who you're sitting with, figure out where they're from, what they're dealing with, who they are. Because when you go to the next stage, you go to college, it's going to be the same thing, but guess what? You've already done it. It's going to be very easy for you to continue to mature and grow and become the person you're meant to be. So I fast forward to my career. I'm playing in New England Revolution. We just lost the MLS Cup final. Everything is going well. And my wife tells me, we're pregnant. I'm pregnant with twins. And I'm like, whoa, you know, okay, it's a new challenge, but okay, let's do it. 2 boys. And, you know, heading into the 2016 season, I'm really excited. I'm like, all right, I'm going to play for my 2 boys. I'm really excited. And just 4 days before the season starts, my wife's water breaks, and she's 25 weeks pregnant. So not even 6 months yet. So she panics. I'm like, no, it's okay. Trust me, it's fine. Just go to the bathroom. Everything's okay. Inside, panic mode, alarms. I don't know what to do. Call the hospital. They're like, it's all right. Just come to the hospital. Take your time. We get there. They're like, we're not gonna have to deliver the twins now, but you're gonna have to stay at the hospital for the rest of your pregnancy. So for 2 more weeks, she stayed there. And then I went to a Celtics game. I get the phone call, get here now, I'm in a lot of pain, and they're gonna deliver the twins. So at 27 weeks, we delivered the twins. They were in the NICU for 92 days at Brigham and Women's Hospital. Thankfully, we're here in Boston because they have the best doctors in the world. So my twins are healthy, they're okay, but it was a long process. Now, during this 92 days in the NICU, I was playing, performing at the Revs, trying to do my best to be strong for my family, and I get a groin pull because I didn't really wasn't taking care of my body the way I should have. Now, in that scan, they found a tumor. And I thought to myself, a tumor? What are you talking about, a tumor? And it ended up being cancer. It was a liposarcoma cancer. It's a very rare cancer in a very rare place. So to deal with that while having twins in the hospital, I ended up getting surgery in the same hospital the twins were. So I was in the hospital recovering as well as my twins were. So my wife, she was a gladiator to handle us both in the hospital at the same time. But these things happen, and it's all about your mindset, staying positive, having that perseverance to get through things. So if you can come through every single day, believing in yourself, and relying on the people around here to help you, to carry you through tough times, you're set up for success. So I wanted to come here to let you guys know how special it is to be here and what you have in front of you. Now, while I was here in the Springs, as Dusty alluded to, I was only a 2-sport varsity athlete. I did the community service in the spring. Now, that was really where I learned what it meant to give back to the community, that positive impact you have with the youth in the inner city, especially in Lawrence, going back to where I was born, to the YMCA, to the Boys and Girls Club, seeing what you can do as someone who comes back and helps and gives back. And so I did that every year, every month while I was a professional athlete. I'd go back in the community and do whatever I could to put a smile on someone's face, whether it was just for that moment or whether I could give a lasting memory to all these kids that we were going to visit. And now this past December, I was elected to the Boston Children's Hospital Philanthropic Board, which was something I never would have imagined would be possible. So, with that being said, I really want to thank you guys for allowing me to come back here to Brooks School and speak to you on what you guys have in front of you. Because sometimes as a kid, I know you guys sit there, someone comes up here, sometimes they talk about things that you really can't relate with or think about. But I want to come back because I feel like I'm still close enough where I can have an understanding of what is going through your minds and how you're dealing with things day to day. So realize one thing: if you put your mind to it and you push yourselves and you listen and you learn and you grow and you take in the culture from these foreign students that come here, because that's another part of this whole thing, is you get an opportunity to learn from people that are from different countries, from different backgrounds, different cultures, and you take that with you, and that only allows you to grow. So you're very, very, very lucky and fortunate to be in this situation. So I'm glad, I'm rooting for you. I've always been, now that I've gone through the Brooks 4 years, I feel like I'll always be attached to the school and always be attached to this community, and you guys can always reach out to me. If you ever want advice, or you want to talk about something, or you need help, that's what Brooks is about, family. And so I'll always be there to help you guys out or point you in the right direction, and that's what you guys should feel so proud when you leave this school because of the bonds that you make throughout your 4 years here. So thank you for allowing me to come back and speak to you guys, and I wish you the best.